Good afternoon. It's not morning this time. Today is day 18 of Vlogmas. Opening up the first color, and we have this color. That's gonna be fun. Here it is. So yesterday's color is this, and that's the next one. So we're going from here to here. That's really fun. This one has a more of a brown background, but it has way more purple in it. Very, very little pink, mostly purple. So maybe we're leaning towards purples. That'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. But I like both of them. And this is the color just before that. So on this sweater, I have not added anything to the body, but I have this much of the first sleeve done. So I am currently working on this color on the sleeve, and then I will do this one, and then we'll be here, and then we'll be caught up to everything that's wound up. And so that's where we are on the sleeve. We still have the other sleeve. I was doing them in tandem, and then I was doing them at the same, two at a time. I'm just doing the one sleeve, and we'll knock it out, and then we'll probably do the body, because I'll have the colors by then, but maybe not. It depends. The problem is I'm going to have to come back and do the sleeves again, so I really don't want to start a sleeve and then have to stop that sleeve and then start the body and then have to stop and then start and then stop. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll figure that out when we get there. It may be that I just go ahead and wind the other yarns and then finish this sleeve to all the yarns that were caught up, because I still have two more to wind into a ball, and then we can move forward with working on the body at that point. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But for now, I am working on the sleeve, and we have quite a bit of sleeve, and we still need to add to the body. So I'm here on the sleeve, and we just started this color, and then we still need to do. So it's these two that we're at right now. So that's where we're at. And then we still need to open our swap. And oh, nice. It's a darker gray. I don't think I have the minis in here anymore. Don't know if I put them, I don't know where I put them, to be honest with you. Maybe I put them in here. I don't think so. No, I'm not seeing them in there. Let's see about here. Not seeing them in here either. I don't know what I did with my blues and grays minis, but it's a nice medium gray. It's actually almost the same color, just a tiny bit darker than Jim's sweater, but it's a nice color. It's a heather almost. Really pretty. So that's it for my yarn stuff. Latest question that came up that I thought I could address was, can you work a pattern for a hat that was designed to work in the round and you don't want to work in the round? How can you change that to work it flat? And the simple answer is add 2 extra stitches and knit those stitches on the front side and purl them on the back. And then when you're finished, seam, and it's the outside stitches, so knit on the 1 extra on the front of the row and 1 extra on the back, and then purl the first and purl the back, and continue that all the way through. And then when you're ready, take those stitches and you'll seam them together, and those will fall in behind the work, and then the rest will be right together. And then the same thing, if the pattern is knit flat and you want to work it in the round, take off those first and last stitches from the pattern entirely and follow the instructions in the round. So that was helpful. The other question that was very similar is, you have a sweater pattern that has you knitting a front piece here and a back piece, but you would prefer to knit the sweater in the round. You'll still need to knit this front to get it to be joined in here and this front to join here because of your sleeves, but once you get past the sleeves, you can absolutely just work all the stitches in the round for the rest of the sweater. If it's knit bottom up, you can cast on for all the stitches. Again, the pattern is going to have extra stitches at either end for the seam, so it's up to you whether you want to. Keep in mind that seaming your sweater is going to keep stretch at a minimum. So if you want your sweater to stay the same length and not stretch out or skew, a seamed sweater is going to be more structurally sound than a knit in the round sweater. But it's just a matter of what matters to you. I don't find that my sweaters skew all that bad that I'm willing to seam them personally, but there may be a style of sweater, like I know if I decide to do a long coat, like, you know, knitted, I would definitely seam those because the weight of the sweater is going to want to hang down, and I would prefer to minimize that, and I can do that by adding seams. And I think that's all I have. Favorites, I did get make something last night that turned out really good. It's different, it's easy. Just throw in some chicken and some cream of mushroom soup and some cream of chicken soup and some Mexican spice and some water all into a pan and put it in the oven at 350. And and rice and cooked it until it started browning a little bit on the top, and then took it out of the oven, and it was perfect. It was so good. In fact, there's leftovers. Might have to have some for lunch. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for popping in for Vlogmas, and we'll see you tomorrow.